What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. What's up, guys? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Football Minutes Live on Blueclouds Media. Can the Blues bounce back from a defeat against the Newcastle United over the weekend? Can they win the game live in Stamford Bridge? Tomorrow, the game will be taking place in Stamford Bridge. Again, Chelsea will be hosting Brighton Football Club tomorrow at Stamford Bridge. As we hear, we will be getting into the game, and also, like I said, join us for the in-depth preview of Chelsea vs Brighton FC Premier League clash at Stamford Bridge on Sunday. We'll also dive into the latest Chelsea and Brighton team news, including absence of Ansu, Fati, and Tariq Lamptey for Brighton, and dissect the tactical nuances of the encounter between Mauricio, Pochettino, and Roberto, Zerbi. We've seen these teams, the same coaches met each other twice already. One during preseason with Chelsea won, and then one in the FA Cup, or the Carabao Cup, which Chelsea eliminated Brighton Football Club. At the moment, Brighton are going through lots of injury, and we saw the same thing happen to Newcastle. But when the game came on, we know who won and who lost. Chelsea got battered by Newcastle last week. Will the same thing with the same scoreline repeat itself against Brighton at Stamford Bridge? Let's hope not. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. Grab yourself something to drink and join the live discussion. Let us know what you make of the game. Your comments, your predicted lineup, and also predicted scoreline right in the comment section below. And we'll be right back in a second. Welcome back again, beautiful people, to Football Minutes Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media. My name is Nate Zion, and my co-host is Steven. And we are back again discussing the big game coming up on tomorrow at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea will be hosting Brighton Football Club. Steven and I will take you guys through the next half an hour of a preview of that game. Steven, welcome again, brother.
How you doing? That was long. I was trying to unmute for like a minute and they just weren't doing it.
Yeah, it's nice always to see you on the channel again, and always nice to do this show with you. We've been doing this show for quite a long time, and I'm always happy when I have you on the show discussing everything Chelsea Football Club. Steven, another big game coming up tomorrow. We saw what happened to Chelsea over the weekend. We traveled to St. James's Park, and there were so many injury list that you can put down. When we start going through the injury list for Newcastle United, it's very, very severe. But then thinking Chelsea, Newcastle were there to be beaten, but Chelsea lost a game. and I understand so many factors that went through into that game. Both teams were coming from international break, but then looks like Chelsea have a history or an episode of not turning up after international break. But this one is different. Brighton Football Club, do you think they are there to be beaten?
Yeah, there's no reason why we can't win. And as you said, like I said to you in our little group we have with Ryan about, we don't tend to do well the first game back after international break. I can't remember what our record was last season, but I think we won maybe one after the international break last season, if at all. This season we haven't won a single one after the international break. It's been, I think, 4 international breaks, I think 3 draws and 1 defeat. So, yeah. As much as I would have expected us to win, I'm also not shocked because of our history when it comes to that. So,
Yeah, absolutely. It was coming. It was coming. But we're gonna look into the injury news. Mauricio Pochettino's press conference reaction. We're gonna get into what outlined, what he said during press conference, the questions that were being asked regarding the injury players, and also players that are returning. And maybe we might see either. I think Gusta is out at this moment, but maybe we might see Nkunku coming from the bench. Yes, I hope we can see that happen. So guys, if you're watching us live, or if you join the stream later on, or if you're able to get the stream to watch it later on, do me a favor, let me know what your predicted lineup is, and also your predicted score line is in the comment section below. And like I said, I'll always attend to you and reply your comments as they come in. So Steven, let's look at the press conference questions regarding injured players, and I have mine sitting right in front of me. We will talk about Nicholas Jackson, and I know there are negatives surrounding Nicholas Jackson. There are so many talk. He's a guy that everyone is talking about in the Chelsea community, but I'm not interested in that topic. I'm only interested in what goes on the football pitch because, like I said, I don't want to go in details into
I'm
that
not
issue.
interested because it's something a lot of people his age will definitely be doing. And it's somebody who she loves the attention, and she's got the attention she wants. Her ego's go get the boost that she wants because of it. And that's about all I'm going to say on that topic because she does my head in.
Absolutely. I'm not going into it. I won't even mention anyone's name at all. But we're looking
No,
at
no,
a player, Nicola.
I'm not mentioning the name. That's what I just said. Gets on my
Yeah,
nerves.
yeah, absolutely. I want to look at the player Nicholas Jackson at Chelsea Football Club, and Nicholas Jackson on the pitch, not Nicholas Jackson outside the pitch. Jackson is averaging 1 goal every 2 games for Chelsea Football Club this season. And also, if you look at head to head in the Premier League, Nicholas Jackson has played 12
Nicholas Jackson.
times. Yeah, if
You
you look
said
at
head to head, and then you said Nicholas Jackson.
All right, so we'll look at the head to head. Chelsea in the Premier League have played 12 times, and also Chelsea have won 6 of them, drawn 4, and drawn 2 of them. Not looking good. 12, won 6 of them, draw 4. Uh, not the best in terms of Chelsea's structure.
2 draws at home, 2 draws away from home.
Yeah, that's Stamford Bridge. Three Chelsea wins and 1. I'm getting confused. It's the way I've organized it. It's Steven, let's look at the injury players. Fofana, one of them. Malo Gusto, one of them. Trevor Chalobah, Wesley Fofana, Kano Chukwemeka, Rhys James, Mark Cucurella.
Obviously, some of these are also suspensions as well.
Suspension and injuries at the same time. Which of these players will be a big blow for Chelsea besides Rhys James?
Gusto. I mean, given that Rhys is suspended, Gusto's deputized well for us at right back when Rhys has been unavailable through injury. So if we are saying that you can't say Rhys, then you've got to say Gusto, right? Because Cucurella, he's done all right. I wasn't very happy with him after the game last week. I feel like he went back to showing the exact reasons why I wanted him out of the club. But yeah, other than that, obviously, there's not really anyone else you can really say because Fofana we've not seen this season, unfortunately. Maybe we will in the back end of the season, or maybe they'll just try and wait so that they can prepare him for pre-season, depending, although he's already back on grass at the moment. Chalobah we've not really seen, so you can't really say he'll be a big miss. Carney, he's been out long term. Can't really say he's a big miss. It was very unfortunate that he got his goal against West Ham and then minutes later was injured. So yeah, really, it's only sort of Reece, okay, Cucurella for the most part the last few games, so you could chuck him in there. And then Gusto. They're like the main three, really. Chilwell, I won't chuck in there because a lot of this season he's been out of position. And I don't think he was up to full speed. So I won't chuck him in there.
So
but yeah, it's only really for me, Reece and Gusto are like the main two.
Oh, thank you very much, Stephen G. Stephen G, thank you very much. Guys, if you're watching us here, I don't know how many people are watching the live show, but if you're watching, send your comments in, your questions regarding the game, and get involved. Get involved. Don't just be a spectator, but get involved and help the team win and support the team wherever you found yourself, and support the channel too as well. Subscribe to Blueclouds Media Channel Live. Football Minutes Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media. Subscribe to the channel and also like the video. It will help the video go places. Chelsea in Premier League, 22 goals scored, 20 goals conceded, which we did. Steven and I talk about it, that it's not good. It's not really good for the status of Chelsea Football Club. We scored 22 goals all season in the Premier League, and has conceded to 20 of them, which means that there is a lot of problem in the defensive line, or maybe the whole entire team
just switches off a lot. That's the big issue.
Yeah, they were good. They were good, like about 10 games or maybe 7 games. They were keeping clean sheet. It got to a point that the defense was one of the best defense, or maybe second in the Premier League, or third in the Premier League earlier on. But now it looks like they're just conceding too many. Four goals against Manchester City, and also we conceded 4 goals against Newcastle United. That's so 8 goals conceded in the last 2 games, isn't it?
Yeah, 8 in the last 2.
Yeah, 8 in the last 2 goals. That in the last 2 games, that's not good. That's not good for the defense, considering how much money we spend on the talents that we have. So it shows that it's not about the money you spend. It's not about the talents you have. It's about defending in units, which is not there. If we keep changing the defense line all the time, and I don't think Mauricio Pochettino intends to change the line. Sometimes based on suspension and injury, someone has to come in. That's why you have a squad depth. Those players are there to replace when the starting 11 players get injured or go through suspension, which is always going to come. Stevie, what's your thoughts on the defense?
Yeah, like we've touched on, there's injuries and suspensions there. Again, as I touched on, Chalobah's been out long term, Chilwell's been out long term, Fofana's been out long term. So straight away, you've got 2 centre backs and one of your fullbacks there. And then obviously Reece is suspended for this one, Cucurella is suspended for this one, and Gusto's injured. So you've got 0 fullbacks for this game because Reece and Cucurella suspension, Chilwell and Gusto injured. So it's more rotation at the back, which if there was ever a place you don't want rotation, it's in your defence. You don't want it anyway, but especially in your defence. But then we've been forced into it. So
all right, guys. So we'll be looking at our predicted starting 11 against Brighton tomorrow, and let us know what you make of if certain players that you're gonna see. If you don't like it, let us know your reason behind not liking that player in the lineup. So yes, like I said, opinion. I just like noses. Everyone has his own opinion, and we will respect it. But let us know why you think that player doesn't shouldn't be in that lineup. So we'll look at it. If you have any other topic regarding what we're talking about today, do me a favor, drop it in the comment section below also, and then we'll look at that. We'll look at that as they come in. So. We're getting ready for the next, which is the predicted starting lineup, which I have on my screen. I'm about to bring that up here.
It's probably the same as what I predicted.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing as you predicted. We want to let people know why some of these players are there. So yes, the Premier League is right there on the table now. What we have. Arsenal still on top with 33 points. Manchester City with 29 points because City hasn't played. Arsenal just played and they won the game against Wolves. So Liverpool are right in the third spot with 28 points. And then surprise, Aston Villa in that position also with 28 points. Tottenham Hotspur just being Spursy. While few weeks ago or a week ago, they were right on top. A
couple of weeks ago, they were right at the top.
Yeah, they were on top of the Premier League, and we all said we don't know how an elephant can be on top of the tree.
Is Tottenham being on top of tables like elephant on top of a tree? You don't know how it got there. There's normally explicit word in there with a certain term there, but we obviously aren't using it because of YouTube, and you just know it's going to fall.
Definitely, it will fall. It will fall, boom, on the ground, and we all know what's happening. It was going to happen. Postecoglou, very, 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 very good manager. But let's see if he's going to stick to his philosophy. Power line are going to City tomorrow. I know I can't wait. A game I can't wait to watch, and I'm always ready. Once Tottenham Hotspur lose, be on my channel and say Tottenham got battered everywhere they go. Manchester United at 24 points, sitting at 6th position. Newcastle United with 23 points, sitting at 7th position. Brighton Football Club, 22 points with sitting on the 8th position. West Ham United with 20 points, sitting 9th. Brentford Football Club won. I think they won the game today. So yeah,
they won today.
Yeah, we need a game today. Takes them to 19th with 19 points with 10th position. Chelsea have been smelling that 10th and 11th position forever. Even when they win, we never see moving forward. 16th on 11th positions. Go ahead, Steven.
If Newcastle v Man U's a draw tonight, that puts United 9 points ahead of us, right?
Yeah.
We win tomorrow, and then we beat United midweek. We're 3 points behind United. If the United result is a draw tonight.
Against Newcastle.
We're not a million miles off of European places.
I see Steven. Steven, I see United winning this game against Newcastle.
Bro, United ain't been convincing in any game this season. I cannot, for the life of me, come up with a single game where I can think of them being convincing. They've scraped by in every game, and eventually your luck runs out. You can only ride your luck for so long until it runs out. They've got all the luck, we've got no luck. If we had half the luck they had, we'll be right at the top of the league. Okay, maybe not right at the top, but we'll be right in the Champions League places for sure.
Welcome back to the stream. We got 7 of us watching live on YouTube. If you're part of them, you haven't subscribed to Blueclouds Media, Football Minutes live on Blueclouds Media. Do me a favor and do yourself a favor. This is a Chelsea community channel and also football community channel. We welcome each and everyone that love football. So if you're a Chelsea fan and you want to have voice, you can talk football. This platform will give you that edge. I always send a link in, especially when we're doing the reviews, so you can give us your opinion on what you saw in the game. So like I said, if you're first time here, thank you for being part of the show. My name is Nee Zion with my co-host Steven. We rep this channel. We've been doing this for quite a long time. We look into the upcoming games of Chelsea Football Club, and also we did talk about the especially Big Six, Big Five, whatever you want to call it, in the Premier League. So yes, wherever you're watching us from, let us know in the comment section below. Thank you for doing that. I123, love you. She just sent her comment and she said, "Come on, my brothers, only 2 likes so far. Where is everyone at? Where are you? Drop your like in if you haven't. Drop your like in if you haven't. Drop it." She came up again with another comment. She said, "If you're new or forget to hit that like button, please do that." So, do that for your channel. If you love your Chelsea and you like your community, this is the community you can also join yourself. You can be part of it, and I don't discriminate. I always read your comments only if it's constructive, and I'm always here for criticism. You can criticize me, or you can go against something that I say. That's okay, only if you respect my opinion, and I'm not going to disrespect your opinion either. So, be part of this community, and let's get things going. So we've discussed injury news of both players. We've talked about Chelsea's injury news. We'll be talking about Brighton injury players also. We know Ansu Fati is out. Tariq Lamptey is also out for the game tomorrow. And then we know
Enciso,
Matoma.
Estupinan, March, Welbeck, Lamptey, Webster, Fati, Dahoud, and Dunk are all injured or suspended.
Yeah, Louis Dunk, another player, good player, is out tomorrow. But Ferguson, we got to keep our eyes on Ferguson. Kyle Matoma, the guy over here, is out for the game tomorrow too. So we won't see Kyle Matoma in the game.
I don't know if he's definitely out. I don't know for sure if he is. I don't know if he came injured the other night or not. That article, I don't know when they updated it.
Absolutely. So maybe it could be precaution. It could be precaution. Maybe a little not from there. He feel like he has to be ready for the Chelsea game. So why not? Why do you risk your time? Take him out, bring somebody else in, then we'll move on from there. So that's by the way, guys. Estupidiant is also one of them that will be out. A very good player, and also Daniel Warbeck, Daniel Ni Ayu Warbeck. That's his original name. Formerly of Ghanaian roots. Daniel Warbeck is also out of the game. Another player who scores against Chelsea all the time. So we should be lucky here. We should be lucky. This game is there for Chelsea to win. Steven, we've talked about the injury news. We've talked about Nick Jackson a little bit. Not the negative part of it, but the positive of his performance so far in the Premier League. I don't know if you have anything you want to.
And again, you say about negative. I wouldn't even view it as a negative on him. It's a negative on the person who's posted it. But yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes a little sense. Not negative on him, but because I don't think he did anything wrong in that story.
Wrong. There's there's footballers that have done stuff that's actually criminal. Like, let's just put that out there. And people going at Jackson for something like that is ridiculous.
Absolutely, really ridiculous. We're gonna look into Chelsea team scoring goals and also Brighton teams scoring goals. When we look at Chelsea, Chelsea have scored 6 goals contribution in each, and 6 goals. Players that have scored 6 goals
contributions between each of Jackson, Sterling, and Palmer. So
then
Jackson, all 6 of his contributions are goals. Sterling 5 goals, 1 assist, and Palmer 4 goals, all penalties, and 2 assists.
And then when you look at Brighton Football Club, they've scored 28 goals they've scored 28 goals in the Premier League and 23 goals conceded. They've also conceded a lot of goals, but they scored more goals, 28 goals compared to Chelsea.
They've scored 6 more, conceded 3 more.
Yeah. So Ferguson have scored 6 of them, and Joao Pedro have scored 4 of the goals. Solimatch, another dangerous player. He's a dangerous player. People don't really recognize him that much, but he's a very, very good player. Solimatch.
I think he's been out quite a while now.
Yeah, he's injured. He scored 3 of these goals. He's injured right at this moment. Then we have Mitoma. Kyle Mitoma has scored 3 of them. And then Adingra, another player, will be seeing him tomorrow. Adingra is live and kicking. I saw him during the preseason. He is, I think he's coming from either Norway or Australia, one of this country. Not his originated country. I mean, where he was being scouted.
They signed him from.
Yeah, where they signed him from. A very, very good player. He's an Ivorian international, so we will see him over there. I think, and also Grass. Is this what Grass? Gross or Grass? I think he's got 2 goals. Fati also. Pascal Gross, yeah. Ansu Fati have scored 2 of his goals. He's also going to be missed in tomorrow's game. He won't take part in tomorrow's game. I think he's got a
They
long-term
signed,
injury.
by the way, they signed a Dingra from Royal Union Saint Gil. Oh no, they didn't. They loaned him to them. My bad. They signed him from Neuseeland in Denmark. I think
Denmark.
Chelsea have played them in Europe before.
Okay. So Estupinian has scored 1 goal so far. Dunk 1 goal suspended, and also Daniel Warbeck has scored 1 goal. It's also the suspension list.
Another note that needs to be made is, as well as getting 1 goal, Estupinian, obviously the left back, he's got 3 assists as well.
Yeah,
which is tied for most assists in their team in the Premier League with Pascal Gross and Matoma.
All right, so that's just, but we have been streaming for the last 25 minutes now. If you're part of us, if you're watching us live, wherever you're watching us from, drop your comments in the comment section below. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Football Minutes Live on Blueclouds Media. We are previewing the game against Chelsea and Brighton football team that will be taking place in Stamford Bridge tomorrow. And we're looking ahead to head, and we are looking also at injury players, injury news, and then tactical strategies between Mauricio Pochettino and also Roberto Zerbi. These 2 teams between these coaches have met, I think, 2 times. I remember one during preseason, and the second one during the Carabao Cup, which Mauricio Pochettino has got the edge over Roberto Zerbi so far, if I can remember. But that's not the point of correction. Maybe these 2 teams have met again that I can remember, but then not the whole team. I'm talking about managers. So who have the upper edge over the other? Mauricio Pochettino is beating Roberto Zerbi. But then we're here to see the strength of these 2 teams, these 2 managers in the Premier League. We haven't seen that yet. So who wins it tomorrow? It's time will tell. Steven, head to head. Did we go through head to head? We went through head to head, right?
Yeah, we sort of briefly touched on it. Yeah.
Okay. What else haven't we discussed, Steven?
Pardon?
What else haven't we touched bases on?
We've touched on injuries. We've touched on the suspensions. We've got the predicted lineup there, which is the exact same as what I would go for as well. We've touched on some of the goal scorers and stuff like that. Touched on head-to-head. Touched on Jackson averaging a goal every 2 games. I think, to be precise, it's a goal every 150 minutes, I think. That could be wrong. I'm not entirely sure.
We only have 2 minutes left. Let's use that 2 minutes to get look into the starting lineup we have here regarding as far as Brighton is concerned. We're gonna look at it and see which of this lineup is more superior to the other. I know Chelsea is coming. The lineup that we see on the graphic is 4-2-3-1 formation, which we have.
It'd be a 4-2-3-1 that's kind of like a 4-3-3. It'll change between them. There'll be different formations used throughout the game: 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, stuff like that. If it's a 4-3-3, you have Caicedo as the deepest, and then you have Gallagher and Enzo ahead of him, and then obviously Sterling and Palmer move alongside Jackson.
Yeah, if you're watching the starting line, you have the predicted lineup, and you're wondering why Cowell is back into that position again, it's because Cucurella is being suspended, and also Ben Chilwell is not there. So yeah, Cowell moves into that position. Then we bring the the return of Badishia. Badishia is a left-footed player, which he's the guy. I mean, if you look at Chilwell and look at Badishia, Cowell is much more better in that role compared to Badishia. I can tell Cowell is much faster than Badishia. So Cowell is much more better player to be preferred to play in that position, that left back role. Then we put Badishia in the left centre back role. We have Thiago Silva. We know he got himself into that blunder, which resulted into a goal, a back pass that resulted into the goal. But we all know his capability, which is Thiago Silva. Then we have Disasi. Disasi has been a little bit shaky beginning of the season, but it looks like he's finding his form. He goes to the right back row because of Reece James is suspended. Then Malo Gusto is also injured. So that's why we have Disasi playing in that role. If you have big up to you, Makim. Makim said, big up everyone. Big up to you, my brother. I hope you're doing very well. Long time no see. Thanks to have you here on the platform again. Steven, Disasi, there on the right row. You have anything you want to explain regarding that?
Yeah, as we touched on at the top of the stream, well, not so much at the top, but you know what I mean, a bit into it. It's the same as the left-hand side. We've got one of our fullbacks suspended, one injured. We've got Gusto injured, and we've got Reece suspended. The left side, as you've said, and as I said earlier on, Kukureya's suspended, and Ben Chilwell's injured. So we don't have much choice other than to play 4 centre backs. So yeah, the only thing is, as much as I hate Colwell having to play left back, at least he's got some experience there this season. So although I'm not entirely happy, we have to look at it and go, okay, well, we don't really have a choice. We've been forced into this, but he has played there already this season. So obviously, the more he plays there, the more experience, the more he understands the role. The better he performs.
That's why I fancy him playing that role instead of a Badishia playing.
No, it'd be Colwell. There's no way it'd be Badiashile when Colwell's played there so many times this season already. Right.
That makes a lot of sense. Then we're gonna look at the attacking force and then the defensive midfielders. Enzo Fernandez, you know, he's been playing very, very well. It's just that he's not lucky with those goals. And also Caicedo man, also a lot more expected from him.
The actual Caicedo now.
Yeah, we hope that things can gel well to see the best out of these Caicedo and also Enzo Fernandez. I was watching some clips. Someone was trying to compare Caicedo to what's his name? N'Golo Kante. It cannot compare those two players. I know they play in the same position, but then one is miles away from the other. You know, N'Golo Kante has so much Premier League experience coming from Leicester City, moving all the way to Chelsea. He's won everything. He's won a World Cup. This guy has won the World Cup, Champions League, Premier League with a Leicester team like, with no disrespect, like Leicester City. He won with Chelsea, he won everything with Chelsea. So we talk about experience. He has more than Caicedo. And those players, there's a little bit different between N'Golo Kante does it more different, like nicking the ball away from a player. He does it more different than how Caicedo does it. But Caicedo will learn. He's still learning on the job. Very young. He's got a long way to go. So anything you want to say regarding these two players, then we can talk about Sterling, Gallagher, Palmer, and Jackson. Then we're done for the show.
Not much, really.
Okay.
All I will say is, if you hear me say yes or sort of anything that seems a bit like a celebration, it's because I'm currently got the Euros draw in the background, and
all right,
that
you can share with us. Share with us. Where did England find himself? If it's all done, you can take us.
They're still on pot 1 at the moment. So you've got Germany are in Group A, Spain Group B, England Group C, France Group D. They've just pulled Belgium out. I don't know where they are yet. I'm just waiting now. Belgium will be in Group E, and then Portugal will be in Group F.
Okay. I mean, I hope that we can get that done before the stream comes to an end. We're only going to talk about 4 more players. Raheem Sterling has got one of the best starts of his career so far at Chelsea. He's been scoring lots of goals. I can't tell how many goals he's scored so far. I don't have that.
Sterling
numbers
in the Premier League. Sterling's got 5 goals on.
In all comps, if you can.
In all competitions. Give me 2 seconds because that's only checking the Carabao Cup. And I don't remember if he's actually played in that. So this should be a quick little check.
All right, tell while Steven is just
I've
is checking that.
literally got it right now. He has played in both games, started one, averaging 56 minutes per game, and scored 1 goal. So he's got 6 goals in all competitions and 1 assist
That's not bad.
in I don't know how many appearances.
Yeah, we still expect more from Raheem Sterling, although he's been performing. He's one of our best players so far in the Premier League. It's Chelsea's best player, and then I know he's been vowed to win a Premier League, an award in the Premier League with other players also in there. So yeah, Raheem Sterling so far Chelsea's best player of the season. Conor Gallagher, we'll talk about Conor Gallagher and Cole Palmer. Conor Gallagher has a stinker against Newcastle United.
But then most of the team did.
Most of the team, Palmer, Calcedo, Enzo Fernandez, all of them were just sleeping. They didn't have the day. So I wouldn't say much about that game. But then Palmer has also shown that with time, with giving him much more time, he can make mistakes and he can be better. All he needs is game time, and he's getting that from Chelsea. And we can all tell that his decision making, moving away from Manchester City to Chelsea, has been a good decision so far. He hasn't, there's nothing to lose. He came on and he has performed. Steven, Gallagher and Cole Palmer.
Yeah, I've said it before. Palmer, when he came in, he backed himself, and it's paying off. I mean, we can't deny it. He's come in, it's paying off, and he evidently was right to back himself. We've seen what he can do for us. Like, he is a very big part to what we do, and we saw that with him coming off the bench in the first game, which was 2 days after he signed for us, I think. Because he signed for us, I think it was deadline day or just before. So he'd only been with us for a couple of days, and then he came off the bench and he had a bit of an impact. I don't know if you're frozen or not. I think you are. Yeah, you are frozen for a second.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Big up to you, Gulam Mustafa. He says, big up, guys. Big up to you, my brother. I hope you're doing very well. So, we've discussed almost the attacking midfield and midfielders. The last one to talk about is Jackson. Jackson need to start scoring more.
No.
Jackson, he need to start scoring more. We know he's not as strong in that position, but I want him to stay at the football club. I'm not going to talk about anything else, but we're talking about Jackson need to be on the score sheet tomorrow, Steve. Jackson.
You know what I said about a really bad group for England?
Oh boy! All right, go ahead.
You know, I said we could get Denmark from pot 2. We've gone and got Denmark from pot 2.
Denmark is not going to be easy.
Oh, it's so predictable. I saw this
Denmark
coming.
It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Let's see what
I saw it coming. I said we'll get Denmark. We'll probably get Italy from pot 4.
Okay.
Bro, seen it coming. Jackson. Yeah, I mean, look, he's not been great. I need to get away from this draw because it's going to drive me insane. Jackson, look, he scored goals. Could he be better? Yes, but he's young and he's going to develop. I said it in a server I'm in earlier. It's not an issue of like, oh, this has happened, that's happened. Like, no one's denying he needs to improve. Right. I don't think there's a single person who's saying he's the final product. We all know he needs to improve. Somebody in this server was saying, oh, he's worse than Pato, Higuain, and who was the other one? He said Pato, Higuain, and Radamel Falcao all were for Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
To put this into perspective, those 3 players combined, Pato had 1 goal in 2 games. Falcao had 1 in all competitions across, I think it was 10 games. And Higuain had 7 in 25, right? So that is 9 goals in 36 games.
Yeah.
And Jackson's already got 7 in 15 in all competitions. Why was you doing the VAR sign?
Oh, no. Oh, it's not a VAR sign. Gulam Mustafa said,
It looked like a VAR for a second.
yeah, VAR does this. VAR does that.
Yeah, I looked and I saw it looked a brief second like that.
Gulam Mustafa said, why does the formation looks like an eye on the screen? Then he went ahead and said, the eye of the god, eye of the god. So when you look at it very well, you can see like a how do you call it? I forgot this sign. Lesser than and whatever. I forgot. During the
lesser than and more than.
Yeah, lesser than and more than. Yeah, like that. So I was just doing this. If you look at it, that's what it looks like.
Okay, now I get it.
Like an eye, like
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
But yeah, so I said to that person, like, they said
Yeah.
he's worse than those 3 players. He's played 20 less games, nearly matched them for goals. And I said pretty much what I was starting to say whilst I was looking for this message, that does he need to be more clinical? Yes, and I don't think anyone's going to deny that. But at the same time, he's young. He's averaging a goal every other game in the Premier League already, and he's, 22 years old?
Yeah.
He could
22.
surely only improve. Like, I'd back him to improve. I do think we need someone who's already been there, done it, an Osimhen, Tony, someone like that, who's got the clinical edge, who can come in, take that pressure off him. They're more experienced and all that. I think we do need that. But at the same time, if he gets in a good run of form and starts banging in the goals, which is massive, that's what we need, man. And I don't think Broja will do too bad with the chances he gets this season either. If Broja can get managed well and stay fit, then I think we're in a good place with them. But like I said, we still need a Osimhen or Ivan Toney, someone like that with more experience who can come in and take the pressure off the young shoulders of Broja and Jackson. Obviously, Nkunku's here as well. But ideally, in my opinion, I'd want Nkunku playing in one of those 3 positions behind. Maybe where Gallagher is. Even though Gallagher's been brilliant. I think
absolutely spot on. Spot on, Steven, you said it. It is true. We need a world-class centre back. Not centre back, attacking, like a striker, world-class striker to come in and then take some of the pressure off players that are not really meant to be scoring those goals, which is Jackson is one of them. He hasn't have that. Would I say he's not really comfortable? Playing that role, and also Gallagher, one of them. But then Gulam Mustafa said, when shall we expect Nkunku to come back? If you're lucky, if not you, if we are lucky, we might end up seeing Nkunku
potentially tomorrow.
Played. Potentially, tomorrow, coming in from the bench, and also we might end up seeing coming from the bench again against Manchester United midweek. So big game during midweek, we might see him. Yes, sir.
Do you know what annoyed me? I saw somebody say the other day, they're like, oh, we should give Nkunku 30 minutes off the bench at the weekend and then start him against Man United, yeah?
No, that's too much.
This is what I say. You know, when I said we need to manage them and ease them back in, that's exactly what you don't do. You give them 10 minutes, maybe, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes, then 15. Then maybe you push it to 25-30 minutes. And then you give them, say, I don't know.
They're talking about
5 minutes, so they're on just after halftime, and then they'll be ready to start.
Yeah, they're talking about a player who hasn't played the whole entire season. He hasn't kicked a ball.
He's not played since the last preseason game.
Yeah, he hasn't.
But this is the issue. I replied to them. I didn't get a response from them, which is really annoying because I hope they read it and I hope they understand that you can't rush them back. I don't care if it's a key player or not. I don't care if it's Nkunku, it's Reece James, or if we sign Osimhen gets injured. And I don't care who you are, whether you're a key player, starting player, or you're someone who is a young player but is getting rotational minutes. I don't care. You do not rush anyone back, because then you get reoccurring injuries. You get reoccurring injuries, then the player gets labelled injury prone. And Poch hasn't done that. Poch has taken his time. He done it with Reece. And it came out that him and Reece and obviously the rest of the coaching staff throughout the game, they are in constant communication at certain points, so that if Reece is tired, he comes off. Because obviously if you're tired, there's a chance there's got to be an injury occur because of the amount you're exerting. So that's how it should be done. You ease them back in, and then when they're back in, you have that communication of, how do you feel? Can you play on? Do you need to come off?
Can you finish 90 minutes? That kind of thing.
Yeah, and it'll be constant throughout the game. Like, you'll get a stoppage and there'll be some communication there, whether it's signals or an actual conversation. It depends, obviously, on the circumstances. But yeah, that's how it should be done. That's how Poch has done it. And I can't complain about his management of that.
All right, so Steven and I have gone through the last 45 minutes talking about Chelsea's preview game tomorrow against Brighton Football Club. Made the best team win, which I'll go for Chelsea to win, probably at 3-1 Stamford Bridge. We know we don't score that many goals, but once we meet these kind of teams, we end up scoring many goals. So 3-1 for Chelsea, and I know Steven will say Chelsea win without a scoreline. Steven, anything you want to say before we bring it to an end?
No, I just gotta say, hopefully Chelsea win and up the Chelsea.
Up to Chelsea. Guys, so thank you very much for being here. Makeem, I123, love you. Gulam Mustafa. Guys, thank you for spending time with us here on Blueclouds Media, or being live on Football Minutes Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media. And we were streaming live on 2 platforms today. We were streaming live on X, Twitter X, and also YouTube at the same time. So wherever you're watching the stream from, guys, do us a favor. Drop a like on it, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Or if you're gonna watch this stream later and you're gonna end up forwarding it, and you're able to meet this statement coming from me, I'm saying that try and subscribe to the channel and help the channel grow. So guys, thank you very much for being part of the show. I'll always say, Lil Desperandos,
hang on to hope.
Absolutely. Hang on to hope. And I always say, do not worry so much about tomorrow. Worry about today, because you don't know what tomorrow is promised. Whether you're going to be part of those that leave or the living tomorrow, you don't know. But then I wish you the best of luck. Enjoy the rest of the evening and enjoy the Premier League game coming up. And we'll see each other again on Monday to review the Chelsea and Brighton's game. Bye for now. Bye-bye. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.